Hey everybody, happy Friday. Every Friday I do a video with the Emily edit, so the needs or the wants or maybe both. Last week Bub did my makeup with both of those, but this week something I've actually really been wanting to do for a while is recreate one of the looks that one of you guys have done, and so many amazing looks have been shared with me on Instagram, on Twitter, different looks people have done in YouTube videos, and I am just amazed. I'm amazed by the talent, the creativity. I knew that when the Once came out, it's such a unique and kind of varied color scheme. I figured there would be some surprises with what people would pull together and create with that. So I've had a lot of inspiration to draw from, but the look that I actually chose to do today is from Meg Mac Makeup. She's on Instagram. She has actually done a lot of looks with my palettes. She is so talented, and one that she did recently I thought was so pretty because it was kind of like a subtle use of color. She did like a dark greenish lower lash line, and then on the top part of her eye it looks kind of mauve-y pink almost, and I just love the look so much, and I thought I'm gonna try to recreate that in a video. And if you guys like this idea of me creating one of your looks, let me know in the comments section, give the video a thumbs up, because I am seriously loaded with inspiration. Yes, I am in a robe. This came in a PR package from Benefit, and it is just like the softest thing ever, and it's kind of cold. I thought, I'm just gonna stay in robe mode today. Well, that may not work so well for preschool drop-off. I'll change out of the robe before then. But also guys, last night we finished Dawson's Creek. My eyes are a little puffy because of it. I don't want to say any more details because I know some of you guys are watching too, but oh my gosh, I don't know what to do with my life now. I don't know what to watch in the evenings anymore. I don't know how many months we'd been watching it. Was it before summer when I started it? Talk about emotionally draining. All right, what I'm first gonna do is prime my eyes, and I think I'll use this Tarte Shape Tape eye primer, which is kind of cool. This I used in my Products That Feel Good to Apply video. And this is a nice little neutralizing eye primer, I feel. I've already got my foundation on, by the way, my concealer, my powder, and then I'm wearing the Sephora Moon Phases palette as my cheek color and highlight. It's one of the holiday things I'll be reviewing. I like the idea of a Moon Phases palette, okay? Now here's the thing, I don't know exactly what colors were used in her look, so just by looking at the picture, I'm gonna make my best guesses here. And I'm gonna start things out with Prayer right here, and I think that's giving a definite like kind of mauve-y, little bit pinky toned look to what's happening on the upper part of the eye. So just one small dip into that pan gives you plenty to get all the way through your crease, and just kind of buff it around there. Above the eye, getting closer to the brow, I think maybe use the cream just to get a really nice kind of even brightness there, and then a little bit of shimmer on top of that with Oh Heavens. And by the way, if you are doing looks with the palettes, I mean, if you just tag me on Instagram, that's one of the easiest ways for me to see it. If you tag at EmilyNoel83, I always check that all the time. So here's Oh Heavens, and I'm just using my pinpointed little brush here because it looks like she's got it very precisely placed right up under her brow. I'm trying to be just like her. Then for what else is on the lid, it's not terribly dark. I think there's probably more Prayer involved there. Maybe just a touch of Pi-Fi, but not much. And then we've got a really like high shine shimmery thing coming from the inside. So for all over the rest of the lid, I'm gonna go back into Prayer with a flat brush this time. And I'm just gonna pat this on basically all over. I adore the tone of this shade. This has come in handy for so many looks for me. If you're ever wanting to go like a berry direction with an eye look, this is a great way to start things out with Prayer. You know what? Maybe not Pi-Fi, but maybe a little bit of pizzazz, actually. Right there on the outside. Yeah, it's giving just a teeny bit more depth, but it's not a super dark look. She may be watching this laughing saying, that's not what I did. So Pizzazz adds a little more like rosiness to it. Pizzazz is a great one shadow look, by the way. Now I would say about the inner half of her lid is very, very shimmery, and it looks like it's almost going a little bit just slightly above the crease as well. I could see this incorporating some Eve Rose and then maybe a little Oh Heavens on top of that to make it extra punchy, you know, with that shimmer. So I'm gonna take Eve Rose and kind of swipe into it here with my flat brush, and we're just gonna apply that here on the inner part of the lid. And I do think I'm going to take a little Oh Heavens over the top because this is looking just a little more, like when you just use Eve Rose alone, it looks a slight bit more champagne, I think, maybe, than the way hers look. And again, a lot of the shimmers in this palette, I love applying them with a little bit of a gentle swipe of the brush because there is almost a creaminess to the feel and it really responds well to that kind of application style. Now I'll go into Oh Heavens and I'm using my E47 brush, so a little bit more pinpointed brush, and I'm just gonna kind of hit the top of what I just did there and brighten it even more. And she has a very bright tear duct area, so I'll continue Oh Heavens right around here. And then just to ensure that we didn't lose any prayer as I brought that shimmer up, I'm going to gently take that just above my crease with my E36 brush. I really wouldn't be surprised if there was maybe even a shimmery pink cream shadow incorporated into this look. It just is coming off with a little pinky tone in her picture. But I'm going to move on with my upper eyeliner. This is my M Cosmetics brush tip, and it looks like she just went straight across the upper lash line. Now this lower lash line looks really fun. I think it's definitely corduroy, and I think there's probably a little splash of Grateful toward the inner part of the lower lash line. So I'm gonna tackle that now. I'm first gonna apply corduroy pretty tight to the lower lash line with an angled liner brush, and then I'll tap off the excess, and then I'll kind of go in and diffuse it a bit more, and it'll look more greenish. But when it's in concentrated next to the lash line, it can look almost black. Going back into corduroy now with a pencil brush, and we'll get this nice and soft and kind of smoked out looking. Kind of a combination of adding a little more color but blending out what's there as well. Oh, I love corduroy so much. Great forest green, so pretty. I've seen people layer different aspects of the palette on top of it, and I love how it can take on a little bit different tone depending on if you add a little Grateful on top or, you know, Oh Heavens or something like that. It takes on a little different vibe, which I love. Also really pretty with top story involved. Now I'm just going to use my smudge brush with Grateful, which is a nice kind of pinpointed brush. And I'm just going to bring some of that color sort of from the tear duct outward. I don't want to get too carried away though, because she's not too bright greenish with this look. You find it's easy to get carried away with this palette when you bust it out. You're like, oh, I'm just going to do a subtle look, and then you've splashed in like 2 colors and everything's turning into a masterpiece, you know? Okay, I'm taking just a bit more corduroy over that. I thought maybe I got brighter than her look was appearing. And then I'm just going to reinforce Oh Heavens right in here, make it super bright. And then guys, I'm just going to finish things off with some mascara. I'm going to pop on some lashes and we'll see the finished look. Okay guys, so I popped on some lashes. I did end up going in my lower inner rim with my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlight just because I felt like I looked a little pink there today. Probably all the crying during Dawson's Creek. But other than that, it was just mascara top and bottom. I used my CoverGirl Clump Crusher Water Resistant there on the lower lash line. The Ardell Wispy's lashes on top, as I said. I love this look so much. It's at least an attempt at doing justice to the Instagram picture I followed. Specific shades could have definitely been different here or there, but as far as the overall color scheme goes, getting the kind of mauvey pinkness on top and then the deep rich green on the bottom, I just love that so much. So thank you so much, Meg Mac Makeup, for your inspiration here. I think you're brilliant. On my lips, I wanted to play with the pink a little bit, so I'm wearing Marc Jacobs lipstick in Infamous all over. And then I layered up on top of that a really, really shimmery pinky tone gloss, and it's Grin and Bear It from the Too Faced Tutti Frutti line. So I think if you do go kind of pinky on the lips, it brings out the top part of your eye look even more. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you everyone for the amazing looks you're sharing with me using your palettes. Also, another thing I love to see are all the cool travel pictures where a lot of you are taking your Needs palette and you've like been traveling somewhere and you put it out and you show the view and the palette. That's so cool. So fun to see where you're taking it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!